Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope you guys are all having a great start of the week. I gotta update you guys on what happened today. I I don't know what is going on with me, but today was a day. Um, Today Cody had his second surgery to repair his leg, and experience was not it wasn't as expected, I guess. So I have the same shirt on as I had on yesterday because yesterday was a very lounge day for me. And I went to film a video and I was like, let me just put on a decent shirt to film. So I just put it on to film and then took it right off and, went back to my comfy lounge clothes. So I was like, this was still out. So I was like, I'll just put this back on today. But yeah, so I just got off work. It's about, what time is it? About 4:45 right now. I got off at about 4 and I just spent a little bit of time relaxing. I just had to decompress. So what happened? So Cody could not eat last night, of course, because he was having surgery. He was going to be sedated. So, at 10 o'clock, he had his last crunchy food, and then I took away all the food dishes. Cody's used to eating middle of the night and early morning. So, he got up at his 4 a.m., went to eat, and was like, uh-oh, the food's gone. Was not happy. So he was in there like throwing a fit and yowling at me, and I knew that was going to happen, so I was like, whatever. I just kind of called his name and was like, you can eat later, boy. And he was fine. So, I stayed in bed, and then around 6 o'clock, I got up, just doing the typical things, getting ready for the morning, getting ready for work and all that stuff. And Cody needed to be at the vet a little bit before 8 because the vet doesn't open at that time. But they were wonderful and were like, knowing, because they knew I had to work. So they got there early so they could take my cat. I was like, that's so nice. And, as soon as I pulled up, she was coming out the door, and she took him back, no problem. And, I went on, started my work day, and probably around like 11, a little bit earlier, I guess around 10, they had actually finished the procedure. So they sent me an email and they called me because they were like, they wanted me to get the message. Like if I couldn't answer my phone, maybe I could see my email. So they did both. They emailed me and called me and let me know everything was successful. The leg problem was corrected, rebandaged, and he just needs to, he'll have to go back a couple more times just to make sure everything's healing okay now. But for the most part, yeah, they were like, it's a success. You can come pick him up when you want. So I wrote back. Well, I thought about it first because when I saw the message, I actually had a break. So I had about 20 minutes, and part of me was like, I think I can make it to the vet in 20 minutes and back home because the vet's like 5 minutes away. I was a little bit like wondering like, if there's a wait, then, I might be late. And there's also a train track. There's, a train crossing on the way to the vet. So I'm like, if it's a freight train, if something goes wrong, it's going to be a tight rush. So I was like, I'm just going to wait until my actual lunch time so I have more time and go get him then. Well, so I wrote back, told the vet that, and was like, yeah, I'll be there to pick him up at my lunchtime. See you soon. And I felt so much better, like, because I knew everything was okay at this point. Cody's procedure went great. So it was a relief. So finished work up and got to my lunch break and was like, okay, great. And I was kind of happy that I waited because I was like, I waited, I have more time. So that means me and Cody, we can go to Panera and get our drink. We can go through the drive-thru, get our drink, and come back home. I can get to work. And, I was planning to eat my lunch, well, technically my breakfast, because I skip breakfast and I just eat at lunchtime. So I was like, I could have my breakfast/lunch when I pick up Cody, have my Panera drink, and just have a tiny bit of time to, relax with Cody. Well, get to his lunch break, get ready, leave the house, get to the vet, and the vet, when I pulled up, turned off the car. Yeah, so I got there, I turned off the car, and the vet comes out with Cody's carrier. They're like, oh yeah, we knew you needed to get back to work, so we wanted to bring the cat for you out. And I'm like, oh, that's so awesome, thank you. And they kind of just gave me a little info about like, you know, bringing him back for the checkups and all of that stuff. And I was like, yep, I'll schedule that for next week and no problem. So, you know, put Cody in the car, get back in the, you know, I get in because Cody's right in the back. So, you know, I put Cody in there and get in the car, turn the key, nothing happens. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I'll just turn it again. Nothing. Turn, no sound. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The car is not starting. Are you kidding me? So, luckily I had someone with me. My aunt was with me. And, you know, I'm like, oh, great. Now what? The vet's close to me. But it's, you know, driving 5 minutes. A walk home with carrying Cody's carrier was like, no. So first thing, it's like, okay, you know what? Maybe, I don't know, call AAA because I'm like, you know, let's get AAA here. And thinking that, you know, it had to be a battery because everything was fine. And then all of a sudden it just stops. So I'm thinking like probably the battery, we need to jump. So, you know, we're calling AAA. And it's not super hot, but it's like in the high 80s. So I take Cody out the car because I don't want him sitting in the car. And there's like a little seating place with some shade. So I'm like, you know, I took Cody over there, and yeah, so I'm just sitting there trying to get into contact with AAA to see what to do. And the vet, you know, is like, what's going on? You know, why is she still here? So they come back out, and she's like, is everything okay? And I'm like, you won't believe it. The car battery died. And okay, my vet's amazing. So she's like, well, it's two. Well, I mean, like, it's the veterinarian and it's all the vet techs. So it was the vet tech that came out, and she's like, I have a charger in my car. She's like, you know, you want to charge it. And I'm like, really? That's awesome. Thank you. So trying to charge it, and nothing happened. So it's like, okay, maybe I don't know. So I'm like, thanks so much for trying. I appreciate it so much. She brought me water out, and, you know, it's just such a kind person. And yeah, so got into contact with AAA, and then AAA was like, we can't get anyone to you for about an hour and a half. Okay, that has never happened before. Like, I've called AAA like about 3 times for other stuff like tires and leaving lights on and having the battery die that way. And usually they get there in like 10 minutes. So when they're like an hour and a half, I'm like, seriously, I gotta be to work. So my aunt was there. So I'm like, can you handle this? I need to go to work. So me and Cody had to Uber home, which was kind of annoying, but it was so close. At least the fee was like whatever. And at first I was a little bit concerned because Cody was in a carrier and everything, but I was like, you know, what if the Uber driver doesn't want to take an animal? But once I got into the Uber app, I saw that they had Uber Pet. I had never seen that before. So yeah, so I signed up for an Uber Pet, and they sent it was a driver in a Tesla. So me and Cody got to ride home in a nice Tesla. Yeah, so we went home, me and Cody got home, and I got back to work with plenty of time. And then my aunt just waited for, AAA to get there to get the car home. And yeah, so when I work right in front of the window. So I saw them get back, and I was expecting the tow truck to bring the car. So, I was looking out because, I was looking out for that. And then it's not the tow truck. I just see her drive up, and I'm like, that's interesting. Did they just jump it, or like what happened? So went down, talked to her, and found out that it's not the battery. It's the starter needs to be replaced. It's like, really? More problems? I mean, it's not as bad as it could be. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. it's, you know, sucks. I just can't believe out of all the times that it could have broke, it had to be when I was picking up Cody and rushing back home for work. I mean, I made it back home, everything got ready for work, and, you know, kind of just did some price checking to see, you know, what's going to be the price of getting this thing replaced now. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys what happened. I was like, are you guys going to believe this? Went to pick up Cody, car died, and me and Cody Ubered home in a Tesla. I have to admit, that Tesla was pretty nice. Like, I don't have a budget for a Tesla, but I love those cars. I don't know what it's like having an electric car, but yeah, pretty nice. The driver was telling me a lot about it because he's had it a while and, you know, put a ton of miles on it and, you know, no problems. So pretty cool. You know, maybe one day that might be, you know, win the lottery, be a goal or something. But right now, yeah, not my thing. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys that story. Cody, however, is doing awesome. He's gone to the vet so many times. Like, at first, going to the vet, he was a little bit nervous being in the car, being in the carrier, but now he's gone so many times. He's just like, whatever. He just rides in the car. No problem, nothing. So I'm just working. Thought I would chat with you guys while I work on my blanket. So I'm just about done on the round again because I frogged it back because I ran out of pink and couldn't get it anymore because my Michaels was sold out and I didn't want to go to the farther Michaels. So yeah, so when I couldn't get my yarn that I needed, right next to the Michaels is actually a Dollar Tree. So instead of like going to the other Michaels, I was like, you know what, let me just go into Dollar Tree and, you know, see what they have, because like I love Dollar Tree. You know, I miss it being just $1 instead of $1.25, but still a great deal and a lot of, you know, different things. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and set up my next one so I don't, oops, I'm like splitting the thread right here. All right, so let me, okay, I feel like I did something wrong. No, that was fine. All right, so I did the setup row. And now I need to start with the double crochets. So put 3 in the corner, 1 chain, 3 more. I love this stitch so much. You know, I had been planning to make just a traditional granny square and didn't realize once I was following this pattern, like, because I wanted to do a rectangle, and the pattern was called Modern Rectangle Granny Square. So when it said modern, I was like, oh, it's modern because it's a rectangle, not a square. I didn't know it was a modern because it's a different stitch. It doesn't have the spaces like a traditional one does. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do one more of the shells, the triples, just so it's easy for me to start again. All right, so I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna show you guys what I picked up at Dollar Tree. I picked this up a while ago, like, I don't know, was it like over a week ago? And I actually didn't look at it again, so it's just been sitting in the Dollar Tree bags. And yeah, so mostly just books and a couple craft things. So I'll start off with the crafty things. So I picked up, I hadn't seen these at the Dollar Tree before, but they are diamond paintings. A bird, a toucan, a little like watering can with some flowers, and then a lion, or no, a tiger. Yeah, so 3 of them, toucan, a little watering can, and then a tiger. Now, I do love diamond painting. When I first heard about diamond painting, though, I think I saw like an ad or something like on Instagram, and I was like, really? I don't, that seems like a lot of effort, a lot of time to like sit here and place a bazillion of these little jewels. And then I kept thinking about it, and I was like, actually, that sounds like something I'd love. So I ordered some online and tried it and absolutely loved them. These ones are a little bit smaller than the kind I'm used to. Actually, let's see, should I open one of these? I like all of them, but I'm probably going to do the toucan first. So I didn't open these up, but let's just see what they're like. So I don't know what the quality is going to be like, but I'm like, it's a fun project. That was Cody. Yes, Cody, I'm here. All right, so typical, they look like typical round drills that I've used on all the other projects. So yeah, that looks good so far. And then the same tool set that comes with most of them. Nice, some instructions. That's kind of nice. And this is the diamond painting. Oh boy, you hear Cody going. Yeah, so it's nice and sticky. And it's just like a piece of like, not cardboard, but like thick cardstock. This looks actually pretty fun. It looks like, you know, it's a nice size. I can probably like sit down and just finish this in like one sitting. So it might be something fun to kind of film, like do a time lapse of you know, finishing this. So for $1.25, I think this is a great deal. They only had 3 different ones at this Dollar Tree. The normal Dollar Tree that I go to, every time I go, of course, I have to, you know, check the craft stuff. I've never seen these there. I found like the, you know, the embroidery, the little embroidery kits. I found the cross stitch, but this was the first time I've actually seen anything with diamond painting. Cody's sister heard him meowing, so she just walked up here. You know, I'll just put this away later. It's going to be the first one I work on anyway, so I'm probably going to start that, I don't know, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. So I'll set that aside. And then my cactus flipped over. All right. And the next thing I got was just a bunch of books. They had so many books there. Like hardcover books, like for $1.25. Like, this is such a nice book. You know, it's probably, yeah, this is like number 3 in the series, but I'm like, I don't know, I'll find the other one somewhere, find it in the library or something, because I'm like, it's a nice book. I like fantasy. I love reading fantasy books, so this is like probably something I'd love. Next one is The Fragile Edge. Honestly, no clue what this one's about. I wasn't going to get it because I was like, I don't even know what it's about, but again, it's a hardcover book. And even if I don't like the book, there's so many like craft projects where you like, with like hardcover books, like where you do like the page folding. So I'm like, you can do scrapbooking with the pages. So I'm like, even if I, you know, can't read the book, don't like it for whatever reason. Oh, I see why this is cheaper now. It's printed weird. You can see like the pages are slanted, which, whatever. I mean, I'll take it for $1.25. Picked up this one, Joy at Work. So a Marie Kondo book. So I was pretty, you know, excited to see this there. So again, this one, not really sure if it sells for this much, but oh, it's from Walmart. It says the Walmart price is $16.78. Hardcover book, so I wanted it. Also got a couple of soft cover books. The Clean Freak Manifesto, Germaphobe's Guide. I like things to be very clean and tidy, so I'm pretty excited to read this and get like some tips for, you know, keeping things extra clean. Makeup of a Confident Woman. Okay, this is something I actually need because I love makeup. I love the way it looks, but I don't know how to do it at all. I've tried, and yeah, I don't know what all these brushes mean, so I was like, you know, I definitely need this book. I think this was probably when I first saw the books, I think this was the first one that I saw. I was like, yeah, I need that. Let's see. Got this one. So drawing. This one's a little bit smaller, but it looks fun. I like art. I want to learn how to draw, so yeah, I'm excited about this too. Ooh, I just saw this chair. Okay, this is like one of my dream chairs. Like these egg chairs. I want one of these so bad, but they are so expensive, but they're so cute because I love the retro 70s, 60s, all that stuff. So yeah, totally want one of those chairs. I have 2 bags of books, so I'm going to go pretty fast to try to show them off. All right, I have this one called Oh Joy, 60 Ways to Create and Give Joy. So kind of a crafting book, so I was pretty happy about this one. Yeah, so just different crafts to make. Thought this would be fun. I do want to really spend a lot of time looking through this one because you guys know, love my crafting. So pretty excited. Oh, this is cool. Ah, some cool stuff in here. Yeah, this was probably, I think, the second book that I picked out. So some cute stuff in here. Let's see. Next one, melatonin. At first I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to actually get this one. I don't know why, because as much as I have trouble sleeping, this should have been the first one that I was like, I need. But once I started flipping through, I saw that like there's a ton of like recipes in here. So I was like, yeah, that looks good. And I think all of them, or at least most of them, are actually vegetarian. So all stuff I can eat. So yeah, that looks cool. Got this one, sparkling wine. I know, once again, something else that I know nothing about. I don't know anything about wine. I mean, I just kind of just drink whatever is given to me, kind of. I mean, I don't know much about it. So thought this would be fun, learn about it, some different, you know, recipes to try out. So looked fun. Oh, this is another one that really got me interested. So this one is a hand lettering book for making wooden signs and stuff. Like this one, I was like, this is really, really cool. I've never like made anything like this, like making a wooden sign, but definitely something I want to do. I think this would be fun to like make like a little creative sign for like my workspace. Maybe like with my pick and poke business name or something like that, or just like an inspirational quote. I thought that'd be so fun. So yeah, love this book. Probably might be the one that I'm most excited about, actually, the hand lettering. All right, and this one, Instapot cookbook. I love Instapot. I haven't used mine in a long time, and a lot of the stuff has meat. So I won't be able to eat a lot of it, but, you know, I can like substitute, you know, tofu or something for like the meat. And, you know, some of them are probably vegetarian. Like here's one that's vegetarian. Actually looks pretty good. Oh yeah, and we have a whole like section of vegetables. So I'll definitely be able to find some stuff in here. So yeah, gonna spend some time looking through this. Oh, tea. That's interesting. Never like considered or thought about making tea in an Instapot, but that's pretty cool. Oh, and boba tea, what? I don't know how that's gonna work. I felt like it'd be easier just to boil the tea, like the water for the tea on the stove than making, ooh, masala chai, than making this in an Instapot, but hey, I'll read through and just kind of see what it's like. I don't know if you just heard that, but Google just started talking. That's why I was like, who's talking? I'm home alone. All right, next. Oh, this one, a vegan-ish cookbook. So I'm not vegan, I'm just vegetarian, and I just don't like milk. and stuff like that. But yeah, so I was excited about this. Definitely going to be able to find some stuff to cook in here. Oh, tacos, that looks good. So it seems like it's more like of a book for someone who's, or like it's kind of geared toward like towards becoming vegetarian, like how to do it or how to become vegan, I guess. But there's quite a few recipes in here as well. Yeah, there's actually a lot of recipes. Noodles, love that. Good stuff in here. Okay, I'm almost done. Just a couple more. Actually, just one more. All right. Ooh, this one. I think this is like more of like a kid book. You know, the Handmade Charlotte playbook. But there's still cute stuff in here. This is definitely something like if I was teaching in person. Oops, hitting the camera, sorry. Definitely stuff I'd be using in person. But yeah, there's some cute stuff in here that, oh, French toast. You know, maybe this isn't like, this is cute. You know, maybe this isn't, at first I kind of thought it was like geared towards like crafts to do with kids, but definitely some of it is, but seems like there's a lot of cute stuff in here that I want to make as well. So really excited to just go through this book, really see what's in here. So that's my last book. And also, while I was it got all wrinkled in my bag, but I picked up these from Michael's, you know, the free crafts. I couldn't get my yarn, but I'm like, you know, I'll just at least take these. So I thought this was cute. A lapgan with chunky yarn. I don't really use anything that's chunky like this, but might be fun to try. A pillow, kind of cute. And this one, this was my favorite. The only thing about it, like the instructions say, it takes about an hour to make this. I don't even think if I had all the granny squares crocheted out, I could sew them together in an hour. So not quite sure what made Michaels think that this is an hour project. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Anyone else can like crochet this entire thing in an hour? Like that'd be amazing, but don't think so. This one's another one of the hour projects. Okay, this is maybe closer to an hour for me. Love this top too. You guys know I've been getting really into wanting to make some wearables, so anytime I see something with like a wearable, pretty excited. And then a knit blanket. Oh, this is knit too. I didn't realize that. Oh, I didn't realize these two are actually knitting and not crochet. Ah, kind of cool. So, I don't know, maybe I do want to learn to knit, so you know, maybe after a few practice swatches, maybe I'll be ready to make a blanket. We'll see. Both of these are, they just say take over an hour. Yeah, I'm sure these would take more than an hour to make. But yeah, so that's it for me. Just wanted to share with you guys what happened during Cody's vet visit, and then share with you guys the books that I picked up a couple, like I guess over a week ago at Dollar Tree, and these few little patterns that I got from free at Michael's. So that's it for me today. Gonna get ready for dinner because I haven't eaten anything today. I just wasn't in the mood. So after I feed the cats, I'm gonna go ahead and make my dinner and just relax a while and spend some time with Cody. So once again, thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, and all of that. I appreciate it so much. And again, thank you guys so much for helping me with Cody and Cody's vet bills and sending me prayers and all of that. I appreciate it so, so much. So I'm gonna try to keep posting. I'm gonna try to post every day. Fingers crossed. At least I want to at least go back to at least posting one short every day. We'll see. But yeah, so thank you guys so much. I love you all, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.